Morning YouTube viewers and subscribers. So here on the table is another engine that I've purchased recently. I've never had before. So I'm kind of excited about this. This is a Megatech engine. And one of the reasons I kind of like this engine is because Megatech kind of reminds me of Megadeth, which is one of my favorite bands. But all that being aside, this is a two-stroke engine, true ABC construction. This is what was called the 40 EP ABC, and one of the things I think is interesting about this is it was manufactured in the Republic of, or Taiwan, which is a Republic of China, and as I've said many times, I've always been impressed with Taiwanese made engines. So let's, I'm trying to like this, let's take a quick look at this engine and see what all is in the box. Let's start here with just the engine itself. We come in just a little bit closer here. So it says M-40 on it, and it looks to be, this is clearly a new in-box engine. Does not have a glow plug installed. That crankcase or crankshaft in there looks really nice and shiny. Now, one of the things I don't know about Megatech engines is I have no idea how long they were in production, when they started, when they ended, so I have no idea the age of this engine, but I think it's kind of interesting right off the bat here that we've got some black oxide or powder coated or whatever black screws here, but yet the head has what looks like a stainless steel type of finish or a clean or a polished type finish to it. Another thing I see right off the bat here, which I hope you can see on here, is I don't know if you can see the side of that piston is almost kind of like a mirror finish. It's very polished looking to me. The only other engine I've ever seen like that was my XYZ 46 engine that I've still got and I've had for 3 years or so now. So that's interesting. What else came in here? So we've got the original exhaust with screws, and I'm not going to open this up right at this time. But these screws are also not black oxide, so I'm not really sure I understand that. But it also came with a complete set of tools, a couple of box end or open end wrenches, and some hex keys, and of course the carb. So this is a rather interesting package. The only thing it was missing was the instruction sheet, which is really not a big deal for me. I pretty much know how to operate an engine. But the fact that it came with tools like this, to me, tells me that this dates back quite some time, because this was one of the very first things that glow engine companies stopped doing, was as far as cost cutting measures when times started getting tough and glow engine sales started dropping, was that they'd start dropping out superfluous things that they knew the modeler could live without. These things are things that used to be given with just about every engine, but now you'll seldom ever find a new engine that's still currently manufactured that has any kind of semblance of tools at all. So this tells me that this goes back quite some time, at least to the mid-90s, I would think, maybe late 90s. I don't know. I'm not really sure how long the Megatech engine line has been around, but also the fact that it's made in Taiwan is interesting. But the other thing I think is really interesting about this is the finish on this. It looks more like just a rough bead blast type finish, more indicative of what you would see on a MDS engine. However, then you've got the ground bottom part here, so this is a ground finish here, ground off, so it's flat, whereas the top is that bead blast finish. So this must be one of the last manufacturing processes they do on this casing, because it's probably a sand cast or some kind of a cast part. But I think it's a nice looking engine. It should be interesting to run, and hopefully we'll get this on the stand here rather soon. The Megatech M-40 ABC engine.